If you've been shopping for pool cleaners lately, you already know that there's a lot of them out there on the market. So when a company launches a new pool cleaner and sends it to me for a review, I don't just want to run through the specs and call it a day. I want to know one thing: does it actually earn the attention that they're trying to get it? This is the iGarden M60 from their M series, and it's coming into a category that's already packed with options. But this one is leaning heavily into smart cleaning with dual cameras, AI navigation, and a design that's supposed to clean with more purpose rather than just covering ground. So what I've done is put it through a real test in my own pool and focused on what actually matters when it hits the water. Before we even get into performance, let's talk about what this cleaner is trying to do differently. The headline feature here is the dual camera AI vision system. The idea behind that is that instead of following a programmed path, the cleaner can actually see the pool environment, adjust its movement, and focus on the areas that need more attention. Now, whether you want to call that AI or just advanced programming, what really matters is how well it cleans your pool, and we'll get into that. You're also getting strong suction, dual layered filtration, app control, onboard controls, and in this M60 version, about a 6-hour battery life. So on paper, it checks a lot of the boxes, but that doesn't always mean much when you actually test them. I mean, to be fair, if pool cleaners got awards for looking good on paper or just looking good in general, look at this thing. I mean, iGarden would win every time. I mean, this thing looks nicer than most sports cars. Hey, but before we dive too deep into this pool cleaner, if this kind of content is helping you make a decision in your pool cleaner purchase, I'd really appreciate it if you like the video and subscribe to the channel. Those things are a way you can help the channel. It won't cost you a thing. Now let's get back to the cleaner. So when I drop this thing in the water, I'm not really thinking about all those features. I'm watching the behavior. Does it move with a purpose, or does it just wander? Does it pick up debris on the first pass? Does it cover the pool evenly? And does it feel efficient, or does it just feel like it's guessing? Because after testing a lot of pool cleaners, those are the things that really separate a good one from just an average one. The first mode I tested was the AI mode because I just wanted to see what it would do, and it immediately went to the most dirty area of my pool and started cleaning. In fact, it went there so fast, I almost couldn't get my camera ready to record it, but I got it. And when it was done with that area, it went to the second most dirty area of my pool and started cleaning that. So right away, the movement did stand out. It definitely did not have that bounce around chaotic mode that you see with most pool cleaners. It was smoother, it was more controlled, and it actually looked like it was adjusting as it went. Instead of just hitting a wall and turning randomly and heading off in a completely new direction, it kind of feels like it's working through the pool with some kind of plan. And the reason I started here is because I wanted to see what they're going for with this camera system. So let me start breaking it down for you, starting with cleaning ability. I'm going to give this an 8.5 out of 10 for cleaning ability as a whole. I purposely let my pool get a little dirty so I could test this unit out properly, and it did a great job. In AI mode, it cleaned the majority of the debris that you could look down in the pool and see in a matter of minutes. And when I took it out and checked the filter basket, it handled leaves, dirt, and even finer particles got picked up consistently. That dual layer filtration is a really big factor here. It handles the larger debris and the finer stuff that kind of usually slips through the cracks on a lot of your lower end cleaners. Suction power also comes in at 8.5 out of 10. Let me kind of explain what I'm looking at here. They advertise a 300% turbo suction increase, but I really don't focus too much on those numbers. What I am looking at is how it actually performs in the pool again, and what I saw and what I continue to see, even as it's working right now, is strong pickup without a need for repeated passes. Basically, when it goes over debris, it grabs it. I also pay attention to how well it climbs and grips the wall on the way up and down, and the waterline hold. And it performs really well overall, and that's what really matters. Now, navigation is where this cleaner really separates itself a bit more from the competitors, and I'm giving it a 9 out of 10. This is where that dual camera AI system they're talking about seems to make a real difference. Most cleaners follow some sort of pattern, and they might adapt a little bit to your pool, but this is on another level. This one is making small adjustments as it goes, and you can actually see it adapt in real time. Like I mentioned earlier, I actually saw it adapt the very first time I put it in the pool. Unlike other cleaners I've tested that do have cameras and may adapt to your pool over time, This one appears to be a very quick study because it was immediately more efficient than most. The movement is more efficient, the coverage feels more even, and it doesn't spend as much time doubling back unnecessarily. Is it perfect? Well, no, but it's noticeably more refined than average, and after testing a lot of these things, that's something that stands out fairly quickly. Now, one thing I should probably say is my scores in general are kind of like the teacher that grades on a curve. The technology in pool cleaners has evolved quickly, and it continues to evolve quickly. So when you're watching my videos, make sure that you're paying attention to when the video was published, because if it was published a year ago and navigation got a 9, that doesn't mean that navigation would get a 9 today. Gotta be honest, the first time I saw a camera in a pool cleaner, I was pretty impressed with what it did. That same pool cleaner is still sold today, and it hasn't changed a bit. And compared to this, it's a lot less impressive. So let's talk about the battery. The M60 version that I'm testing here is rated at about 6 hours. And for most residential pools, that's more than enough to clean the entire pool on full pool mode at least twice, which is how most people use their pool cleaners. But with this one, having the AI and the different modes, realistically, you can get a lot more runs depending on how you're using it and what mode you're in. Could you get longer run times from higher end models? Yes. But in real use, this already covers what most pool owners need. And a little bit shorter battery life is the main difference between this model and the more premium M-Series models that iGarden is offering. You still get all the tech and performance with a little bit shorter battery life. As far as warranty, I've got their warranty at a 9.5 out of 10, and this is one of those areas that doesn't get enough attention. iGarden offers one of the best warranties in the industry with 3 years of full replacement coverage. This is better than most and way better than some other leading brands. With a cleaner that has so much advanced tech built into it, strong coverage matters. It gives you confidence that you're not going to just be relying on the hardware, but also on the company standing behind it, and from what I've seen, they do just that. Now let's talk about a few of the key features and what they really mean when you're using the pool cleaner. The dual layer filtration, for instance, it's not just a bullet point, it's the reason that you see better success with the finer debris. It's the difference between a pool that looks clean and a pool that actually is. That large top-loading filter basket does make maintenance a lot easier. You're not having to fight with it to get it out, and that matters when you're using it all the time. The app control and the touchscreen are nice to have. You can set cleaning modes and schedules, but you know, once it's dialed in, most people aren't going to really adjust that constantly. And then there's the suction system, and again, the numbers are impressive, but I always kind of ignore them until I see the result. It picks up debris efficiently, and that's what matters. So stepping back and looking at the full picture, what stands out to me the most is not only the performance, but how consistent it feels. It doesn't feel random. It doesn't feel like it's struggling to figure things out. It really feels like it's working through your pool with a plan, and that's really not something that you see with every cleaner. So who's this one for? Well, if you're somebody that's looking for a cleaner that you can just drop in and trust to get your pool clean without having to babysit it, this one's for you. Especially if you like the idea of smarter navigation and more efficient cleaning instead of just brute force coverage. The one limitation that I did notice was shallow areas. It climbed the stairs fine. It just doesn't want to stay there because the water's so shallow. And for me, that's not that big of a deal because I'm going to brush those areas anyway. But if you have a pool that has a considerable amount of shallow areas like a tanning ledge or a Baja shelf, it may be something that you want to think about depending on the actual water depth. So when I added all those scores together, I came up with 44, divide that by 5, and it gives me 8.8 out of 10. Now keep in mind, like I said before, I am scoring these based on what I see when I test the unit and the current technology that's out there today. And in addition to that, I am scoring based on what I see in a similar price range. Obviously, my battery life score here reflects this unit and not their premium model. But for the most part, this is the same unit with a different battery. So as far as a new product launch, my final verdict is that iGarden did make some noticeable improvements here, especially in the area of navigation. It doesn't just show up with a list of features. It delivers a cleaning experience that does feel a step above average, especially in how it moves and covers your pool. If you want to check it out, I'll have a link down below. That is an affiliate link. It does help the channel at no extra cost to you. And if you've tried any of these newer AI style cleaners, I'd be really interested in hearing in the comments how it compares to what you've used before. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. And remember, belly flops build character.